Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. I must apologize. This is tardy. This is for 2024 period 3 Mars cycle using the ancient planetary system. This actually should have come out for you for July 2nd, but I completely forgot. I wasn't. I was just really kind of busy, so I apologize. But thankfully, this is a 52-day cycle, so we're only a few days actually late. And as I've said before, it takes, if the planets aren't like a watch where they go click and now we're in focus, it takes a few days for the vibrations to change. So we really aren't that far behind. We think July 2nd, 2-3 days for it to change over would have been in place by July 5th. And what's today? The 11th. So not too bad. So I always like to start off with our quote here from Shakespeare: all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being in 7 ages. And this acts that he talks about in 7 ages are the 7 planets and how they affect us over the year. So let's talk about the 2024 planetary cycles. Now, the whole year is called a Saturn year, and then the year is broken up into 7 parts. We are now from July 2nd to August 22nd in the Mars cycle in a Saturn year. No matter where you are in your particular birth date part of the year, this is a very dangerous time. And it's so interesting to me that many astrologists, many psychics, myself included, I did a reading for July 15th, have claimed that these 2 months are going to be extremely dangerous for mankind, for society as a whole, and especially on July 15th. Now, this planetary cycle, Mars and Saturn are both considered benefic planets, meaning that they bring a lot of karma, a lot of anger, energy, and not in a good way, to our lives. And it's always best when they are separated. And right now they are together. So with 2024 being a Saturn year, and this is Mars cycle in a Saturn year. Now, in a Saturn year, karma comes knocking. Saturn is the karma keeper. Saturn will make sure that you also get your good karma. So you've got 6 years to build up good karma, and if you have that good karma built up, you will be rewarded in a Saturn year for your hard work. Saturn loves hard work. If you're lazy, that invoice also shows up. So karma comes knocking this year. Also, during a Saturn year, poisonings increase. Saturn rules poisons. So that might be even accidental poisonings. And I'm looking at the numbers for accidental drug overdoses skyrocketing this year. Also, be careful when you're out camping or you're out working in the garden, for like poison oak, poison ivy, that kind of thing. Oh, and the clock agrees with me. 3 things. The clock just rang 3. Also, what's interesting between this Mars and Saturn year, or Mars in Saturn year, this is one time every 7 years. And this is for everybody, doesn't matter when your birthday is or what cycle you're in. For these next couple of days, this is a great time to stop people from gossiping about you. And either you become more powerful, or you prove them wrong, you make them look bad, or you can just create that, manifest that people stop gossiping about you. So you don't say, oh, people stop gossiping about me, and say, well, I'm thinking those thoughts. No, it's you put yourself in your Teflon egg, and you just see all their words bouncing back to them. So this would be a great time if like Catherine knew about this, or William, or even Meghan and Harry. They probably need it more. But are we gossiping? I digress. So this is a great time to get people stop from gossiping about you. So especially if this is something at work, you might want to consider doing this. Now, again, here's my warning. Your timings may differ if your birthday is later in the grouping. So also please listen to the next period. Okay, so we're going to start with the Mars cycle, and then we go on to the Venus, etc., etc. So, what do I mean by that if this is your first time here? So, these planetary cycles are based on your birth date, and I'll have timestamps down below. So, if your birthday is July 2nd to August 22nd, you will listen to the first period. If your birthday is August 23rd to October 13th, you'll listen to the next slide, etc., etc., etc. So because we are in July 2nd to August 22nd, in this first cycle, they are first up. So go down, find your birthday, go to the timestamp, and then read the what cycle you are in. I know it can be confusing. So we are in a Saturn year, and then the year is divided into 7. Right now, we are in July 2nd to August 22nd, which is a Mars time in the Saturn year. It's no different than we have months and years. So it's 2024, July in 2024, right? And then you, if your birthday's in January and you're a Capricorn, but it is July in 2024, you would read for Capricorn in, I'm trying to explain it as you can, I know it's really confusing. You need to know your birthday, what cycle you are personally in during the year, what cycle the Earth is personally in. So the Earth cycle affects everybody on Earth. Just like spring affects everybody in the northern hemisphere, winter affects everybody, doesn't matter your birthday or what year it is. So what the overall arching Saturn affects everybody on Earth. The Mars period we're in affects everybody on Earth, July 2nd to August 22nd. It's a very, very dangerous time of year. Accidents are going to happen, anger, etc., etc. So based on your birth date, it might not affect you as much. And as we carry on, you'll see what I mean. So if your birthday is July 2nd to August 22nd, you are in your period 1. You are in a sun cycle during a Saturn year. But you are a Mars personality. So this will actually affect you a lot. And also, this warning about stopping people from gossiping about you is this is the best time for you to work on this, whether you do it mentally, actually, physically, whatever you want to do, this will really be effective. So if you've got people gossiping about you at work, this is the time to stop it. All right, so for the next 52 days will be all about you. The sun is shining on you, putting you in the spotlight. Until July 1st, that should be actually until August 23rd, you can advance anything you would like to be in public. Also, it is warning not to be sloppy with what you don't want out in public. So be careful. Do not start any new gossip. Do not be sloppy for things you don't want out in public. Really be careful with your social media. It is not a great time to start anything. Still, it's a great time to network, seek partnerships, apply for promotions, seek favors, nurture relationships with authority figures, have a court case, be in public in any capacity, build up credit, put your name forward, build your reputation, being your cheerleader, and getting your name out to people in high positions who can someday help you. It is not a great time for making sales, but for building up your networking and referrals. Watch out for speeding tickets and don't do anything illegal. It's a great time to build up your energy levels with plenty of time spent outdoors under the sun. Great results will come with ordinary wellness, such as drinking water, eating basic foods, and doing general movement with walking. Watch exercises and foods that heat the body, such as starches and raw or rare meats. The eyes will be highly sensitive at this time, so be careful under the sun or bright lights. If good health has eluded you, this is the best time all year to have a surgical procedure or start a new health regime with the suggestions above. All right. So, if your birthday is August 23rd to October 13th, you are in your period 7. This is a Saturn cycle in a Saturn year. This is the most detrimental time of the year for you. This is a time that endings can abruptly occur, and especially if it's an ending that you don't want. This is a time where if some kind of health problem comes into your life, whether accidentally or out of the blue, it'll be very difficult to get over. All right? You are a Mercury personality in a Saturn cycle in a Saturn year. I want you to be very, very careful of scam artists. They'll be very difficult to get out of, to recover from. So if I was a Mercury personality right now, I wouldn't buy anything from anybody. Any salesperson calls or anything, I would put it off until the next period, until well after August, because you might find out that it's not all what it's cracked up to be. All right. The next 52 days will be about what needs to leave, what isn't working, and karma. If something, your marriage, job, business, project has been a struggle, it might completely collapse during this second period of the year. This can be rebuilt from a fresh platform or put away for good. If you need to start something over or revisit, this is the best time of the whole year to consider your options. It is very easy to become pessimistic and destructive these 52 days. So take care not to destroy something that could be fixable. Impulsiveness will bring disaster during this period of the year. Hold off any new ideas and beginnings until the energies are better later in the year. This is a good time to deal with judges and police matters. It's also a good time to apply for protection papers such as wills and patents. It is a very good time to deal with anything related to land, real estate, mines, minerals, the earth, or what lives within it. Voyages, especially far-off places, should be avoided. Depression, colds, and other maladies contracted during these 52 days will tend to linger or be difficult to cure. It is very easy to become despondent and lack energy. If your body is tired, let it rest. This is not a good time for remedial medication or operation unless it is an emergency. All 5 senses are affected during this period. It is the most serious time of the year for your health. All right, so we are in a Mars time. You are in your Saturn cycle in a Saturn year. Honestly, I would just stay at home and read books. Just do the bare minimum that you have to do. It's only for, we're probably down to another 40 days, so just over a month. Just don't take any chances with anything. It'll be over soon. All right? Okay, so if your birthday is October 14th to December 4th, you are in your period 6, a Venus cycle in a Saturn year, but you are a Jupiter personality. The next 52 days are the best time to go on a short holiday. That's fantastic for you. Look at when your Venus cycle shows up during the summertime to go on a short holiday. This is the time for pleasure and relaxation. So the trip should be short and sweet, not long and arduous, and not over water. Your affairs will continue with ease and will be a joy. This is the best time to purchase things for the home or yourself, especially if they are luxurious and will not put you into debt. This is the best time to make new friends, especially if they come into your life in a completely social or unexpected way. It's also a good time to renew friendships that have grown apart or stale. Sure, give them a call, go for a drink on a patio. It is the best time all year to deal with women, socially and in business, and women will find it's a great time to deal with men socially. It is the time of year to enjoy luxury in all aspects: clothes, trips, jewelry, perfumes, wine, food, spas, and so on. As long as you can afford it, this is the time of the year to spoil and adorn yourself. It is considered a lucky time to speculate, especially when investing in luxurious items. But be aware, it is the wrong time for overindulgence of any type. Plenty of water and fiber should be consumed, the complete digestive tract, and rest when needed. Take time to be in a beautiful garden or park. And that warning about overindulgence includes debt. This is if a debt that you get in your period 6 in your Venus cycle is, it's very easy to go into debt. Your next cycle is your period 7, your Saturn cycle. Karma will come knocking for that debt. So that's why that warning is so severe when you are in your Venus cycle, especially the Jupiter personality. They like to expand everything. And so that's a double whammy warning for you. All right, so if your birthday is December 5th to January 25th, you are in period 5, your Jupiter cycle in a Saturn year. This is the luckiest time for you all year long, and you are a Venus personality. The next 52 days are considered the luckiest and best for success in all aspects of the year. It is the easiest time of the year for our personal and businesses to expand and increase in prosperity. Manifestation seems to happen easily during these 52 days for you. You'll find that you're more interested in philosophy, society, and honesty, and are more empathetic towards people. It is an excellent time to deal with lawyers, professors, doctors, wealthy people, or anyone of good standing. This is a great time to start any study in the mystical or arcane. You will find it is a good time to collect money that is owed or to invest. Overall, this is a very lucky time. Beware of incurring any debt, as this tends to expand during these 52 days. Anything tricky or underhanded will ensure a larger karmic reaction than normal, so always stay in integrity. Health should be very good, especially if a normal lifestyle is engaged. This is the best time all year to adopt good breathing hygiene and to spend time outdoors in the fresh air. This is the worst time all year to overindulge in food or drinks, as weight or other maladies due to overindulgence will tend to continue and expand beyond this period. This is the best time to overcome chronic conditions. This is the best time to engage mind-body suggestions and energy healing with thoughts all year. All right? So this is actually a double warning of the previous slide I was in, because they are a Venus personality in their Jupiter cycle, but you as a Venus, the Jupiter cycle, as lucky as it is, it can expand your waistline, it can expand your debt, it can expand your clutter. It's an expansion of everything, and overindulgence is very easy to do. So please be very careful, especially in a Saturn year. Saturn is watching, and any debt you incur will take a very long time to recover from. All right, so that's your warning for that. All right, if your birthday is between January 26th and March 18th, you're in period 4. You are in a Mercury period in a Saturn year, and you are a Saturn personality. So being a Saturn personality, Saturn doesn't affect you as much as all the other personalities, but this Mercury period Could bring some karmic reaction if you have underhandedly, knowingly or unknowingly gotten something that wasn't, let's say you got more in money than what the value was. So let's say you sold somebody a car and you knew it kind of had this weird oil leak or whatever, but you didn't tell them about it. Saturn has come to knock on the door and say, remember when you got more change than you did and you didn't tell the cashier? Remember that time you sold, your neighbor that drill and you knew wasn't that great? So Mercury is the trickster energy and can come and balance the books, as they say. So that's just a bit of a warning. I know a lot of us we try our best to be very prudent and have integrity with money and teach other and do unto others as we have them do unto you. But once in a while, temptation lets us slip a little bit, and I'm certainly guilty of that. Maybe took a little bit more money than value I gave back in, selling some things when we're moving and whatnot. And I got knocked back pretty good. So I'm giving you personal warning on this. So for the next 52 days, you'll be filled with mental or nervous energy versus the physical energy of the previous period. It is an excellent time for writing, studies, memory work, quick thinking, content creation, photography, and anything related to words and thoughts. You will find ideas come quickly and naturally to you during this period. It is safe to act upon impulses and put them into practical action. Your intuition will be highly charged, and if you have trouble hearing your intuition, this is the best time to work on increasing your ability to trust your intuition. This is a good time to work with anything in the media, including social media. Artists are more creative during this period. A warning about this period: it is a period during the whole year when thieves and scammers will be attracted to you. This is the time of year when the loss of important papers, stolen money, scam investments, identity theft, and falsehood abound. Be aware at all times and don't believe everything you hear. Many of the great losses occur during this period. It is not a good time to enter into marriage, return from long journeys, or buy a home or business. During this period, your nervous system will be overworked, and too much studying, reading, or concentrating on one subject will bring much stress to the body. I want you to hear that again. Too much studying, reading, or concentrating on one subject will bring stress to the body. More sleep and rest are needed here than any other time during the year. If you don't listen to what the stress levels are trying to tell you, a mental breakdown can occur. And I have witnessed this personally. I have witnessed this happen to somebody. This is such a strong warning. Okay? And especially with the great losses occur. Now, if you've lived in integrity and you have always been honest with money, you don't really have, Saturn's not going to bring you a lot of that. But if you have been not as honest with some of your dealings, be warned, this is the time Saturn comes knocking on your door to balance the books. But please, do not mentally stress yourself out, or you will have a breakdown of the body, a complete nervous breakdown. I saw a lady that this happened to, and it was shocking. Do not take that lightly. All right? All right. So if your birthday is March 19th to May 10th, you are in a Mars period in a Saturn year, and you are a Sun personality. I am one of you. Now, this Mars period in a Saturn year, we have to be so diligent. This is the Earth is in a Mars period, and we are in a Saturn year. Our birthdays, our Sun personality follows what cycle the planets are on throughout the year. So we have to double up our messages here that we get, what these planets do. The spotlight is always on us, okay? The next 52 days are the best time of the year to engage in heavy physical work or work that needs a steady pace over a long time. If you need to overcome any great labor project, it is the time to do it. So get that renovation going as long as it ends within these 52 days. You will find that you have more energy than normal and enthusiasm to start projects. However, this is also a karmic period, and the universe tends to dish out rewards or tasks. If the energy that wants to express itself is directed properly, this is the best time of the year to start a business, especially if that business works with the military, sharp objects, weapons, gyms, fire or heating, electrical, or any male-focused business. Your vitality and physical body will be at its best, and this is the best time to start a new exercise program. However, if this energy is misspent, projects that have started will not be completed, and there is a real threat of burnout. This is the best time of the year to deal with enemies or competitors if sheer physical labor will win. However, using arguments, words, or the legal system will result in nothing being settled. This is the best time for salespeople or lecturers who must give a forceful speech to win their favor. This is an unfavorable time to deal with women, and women should note that it is the most favorable time for dealing with men. Many quarrels, arguments, and strife occur, and this should be avoided because it will not end well for anyone involved. This is not a good time to get married. This is when accidents happen or sudden surgeries come into your life. Please be careful when handling sharp items and fires. Do not overeat and keep the body cool when possible. Heartburn is at its worst during these 52 days. Breakouts and rashes can occur if the bowels are not kept clean. The blood pressure can be the highest all year during this time. Any abnormal physical pressure on the body will lead to a physical breakdown. All right, so I want you to be so careful driving. I want you to, when you travel, triple check everything. Try and stay out of large crowds whenever you can. This is only for 52 days. This is a very, very dangerous time of the whole year for everybody, but especially for us, March 19th to May 10th, the sun personality, because this, as the sun, the spotlight is always on us. If there's a drunk driver, somehow the spotlight's on us. That's how spotlights work. We will have the attention of people that we may not want the attention from. So please, please be careful until August. Well, it goes till August 22nd. Give it 2 or 3 days past that. I'd even go till September 1st. So for the rest of the summer, get a book and sit at home and read and enjoy it. Enjoy your backyard. You have lots of physical energy. Clean those closets out. Get some minor renovations done, as long as they can be done and as long as you don't burn yourself out. Don't overwork. All right? Very, very stern warning, but it's the most dangerous time of the year, but especially for us. Okay? All right. So if your birthday's May 11th to July 1st, you are in the moon, you're in period 2, the moon period in a Saturn year, and you are a moon personality. So this is the strongest period for you of the whole year. All right, this is your time to shine. These 52 days will be perfect for things that start and end within these 52 days. Anything that starts during this time will not last very long. For example, it is perfect for moving into a home, but buying a home during this period will result in another move sooner than you want. This is a time for items that are short, quick, and over with. Short, quick journeys or journeys over water are favored during this time. This is a favorable for movable items such as sending packages or deliveries. Moving freight, automobiles, transportation, traveling shows, circuses, caterers, pop up markets, hotels, traffic, anything that moves quickly or working with companies that specialize in these industries will go smoothly. I'm telling you, if you need a new car, new, used, whatever, you're thinking of buying a new car, this is the time for you to buy a car. Best time of the year for you to buy a car. Anything with liquids like oil and gasoline, dairy, water movement, car washes, tides, or businesses dealing with these will also go smoothly. Do not start anything significant during this time, including contracts, legal proceedings, or marriage. This would be a good time to move into a stepping stone job, as you will quickly move on to the next level. Any agricultural efforts will prove to be a success. Get out there and plant that garden. Do not loan or borrow money. Do not start any construction. Do not invest, gamble, or play the stock market during this period. And because this is your moon period and your moon personality, it's very, very important that you heed that. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I can't give you financial advice, but if I was a moon person in a moon time during the year, I would really heed that. But you do what you want. Temporary conditions such as headaches, digestion upset, passing despondency, aches and pains, minor colds and flu may interfere with your health. Anything that lasts a few days and disappears will occur during this time. All right. All right, so that's the end of our Mars time during a Saturn year. It's interesting that this comes, and the heat that we have here in the Northern Hemisphere is where a lot of people have been going through heat warning, like we've recently had heat. And it's so interesting because the cycle, like I said, started July the 2nd. And we had such a cold, miserable spring where we are. And now we've had a heat wave ever since then. So it's crazy how this system works. And remember, this is a very, very dangerous time of the year for everybody. And I've indicated those of us who actually have more danger during this time. Please take heed. You know, it's only for 52 days. And keep yourself safe. Stay out of crowds. This is a great time to stay at home, play in the garden, read a book, just chill, relax. If it's your lucky time to go on short little holidays, try and stay away from the big tourist areas, stay away from lots of big traffic, and you should just be fine. You should just be fine. Remember that this Mars Saturn or this Mars period happens every year during this time. It's just that we have Saturn with it this year. Next year will be the sun, and it'll be a totally different energy. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I sure appreciate you. Let me know what you think of this. Take good care, and we will see you online. Bye for now.